So, Donald Trump, what can you say? I don't even think he really has an ideology. I just think he's playing to a base that he thinks if he keeps playing to this base, he will win re-election. But in rare circumstances, he proposes doing a good thing. He just banned bump stocks. Bump stocks are what allow semi-automatic weapons to basically serve as automatic weapons. It was used in the horrific Nevada shooting that killed 58 people last year. So, kudos to him. If he does something good, let's not be ridiculous and not credit him. Kudos to him. He also is about to sign the first step in criminal justice reform. It's not enough, but it's a step in the right direction. I'm not going to talk about that tonight. Ty knows a lot more about that topic, so I'm going to wait for him to report on that. So Trump is 2 for 2 in the last week. But maybe just as important as those two things, and I think the bump stock thing is super important, as is the criminal justice reform. But now he's talking about pulling American troops out of Syria, which would be incredible. Can you answer me why American troops are in Syria right now? Or in Afghanistan? Or in Iraq? I mean, we still do have troops in Iraq. Why do we have troops in Syria? Other than trying to, do what we always do, which is steal natural resources and make sure, geopolitical enemies don't seize control of countries that we want for our own business sense. And remember, Trump was a phony on the campaign trail, and he's been a phony as president. But he did run as an isolationist. He said, we need to stop with these stupid wars. I'm America first. I don't think he believed any of it. He's bombed Syria twice. He's kept us in Afghanistan. He's still supplying Saudi Arabia with weapons that they're using to murder innocent Yemenis. But at least he's, it seems, talking the talk as far as getting out of Syria. President Trump has ordered a rapid withdrawal of all 2,000 United States ground troops from Syria within 30 days, declaring the 4-year American-led war against the Islamic State as largely won, officials said Wednesday. We have defeated ISIS in Syria, my only reason for being there during the Trump presidency. Trump tweeted. He offered no details. Shocker. Sarah Huckabee Sanders, the White House press secretary, said in a statement that, quote, we have started returning United States troops home as we transition to the next phase of this campaign. But Pentagon officials who had sought to talk the president out of the decision, a.k.a. the neocons, as late as Wednesday morning argued that such a move would betray Kurdish allies who have fought alongside American troops in Syria and who could find themselves under attack in a military offensive now threatened by Turkey. One American official said the Kurdish leaders were informed of the president's decision on Wednesday morning. And there's a map of Syria. Obviously the top right, Kurdish control, tiny left corner, rebel control, and the rest, government control. Quote, at this time, we continue to work by, with, and through our partners in the region, Colonel Rob Manning, a Pentagon spokesperson, said in a short statement. A second official said the withdrawal of troops would be phased out over several weeks and that American-led airstrike campaign against the Islamic State in Syria, which began in 2014, would continue. That official said the military hoped to rely on Kurdish fighters on the ground to help with targeting. Officials discussed the emergency policy on the condition of anonymity before any announcement for the White House. Emerging from a Senate conference lunch with Vice President Mike Pence and other Republican senators, Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina attacked the decision. Of course he did. Quote, a lot of us were blindsided. He's talking about the neocons who love war, any war. They want more war. Likening the withdrawal to Iraq all over again, a reference to the Obama administration's decision to end the military mission in Iraq in 2011. The departure of American troops there allowed the deadly strengthening and spread of the Islamic State. Quote, if Obama had done this, all of us would be furious, Lindsey Graham said. If Obama had done this, we'd be going nuts right now. How weak, How dangerous. He said he wanted Congress to hold hearings about the consequences of this decision and asked why lawmakers were not notified. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. They've gotten the neocons angry. And, let's keep it real. I'm not a big fan of President Trump at all. I think he's a bigot. I think he's corrupt. I think he has no ideology. I think he has no moral compass. He's George Bush and Ronald Reagan on steroids when it comes to the economy. Tax cuts for the rich, tax cuts for corporations, tax cuts for more yachts. But he's right. And when he's right, we got to say he's right. And I don't actually think he's doing this for pure reasons. He's probably doing this for his base. Because his base, honestly, doesn't want us in Syria and Afghanistan and all these places. And he said this on the campaign trail. But the thing that people like Lindsey Graham don't understand, ISIS wasn't created because we left Iraq. ISIS was created because we went to Iraq in the first place. You fucking idiot. Oh, there goes my monetization. Every time I curse, I lose monetization, so make up for it for me in the super chat. Al-Qaeda was created because the Soviet Union and America invaded Afghanistan. That's what created Afghanistan. That's what created Al-Qaeda. Like, these war hawks and these neocons, they don't even understand geopolitics. They don't understand what actually creates terrorism. And I'm not defending Al-Qaeda, of course, and I'm not defending ISIS. There's really no excuse for terrorism. I could understand why ISIS, why Al-Qaeda hates America. Lindsey Graham and his ilk, including in CNN, MSNBC, the New York Times, the Washington Post, who think America is like super duper duper awesome. America is a shining city on a hill as we help Saudi Arabia commit genocide in Yemen. Like, it's unbelievable. Does Lindsey Graham and these people think that, what do they want? Do they want us to stay in Syria forever? Do they want us to stay in Afghanistan forever? I'm not here to defend ISIS, obviously. I'm not defending terrorists. But you cannot defeat an idea. This is the stupidity of the war on terror. Thank you, Kelly Elaine. $5 in the super chat. Says, speak your mind. This is the stupidity of the war on terror. You don't defeat an idea. And what is that idea? That America is an imperialist nation that is invading our countries, stealing our land, stealing our natural resources, killing our brothers, our sisters, our fathers, our mothers, all under the flag of spreading democracy. That is the idea behind Al-Qaeda and ISIS. And you know what? Although I don't agree with their methods, they are right on America's role. They didn't just wake up one day and hate America and want to blow themselves up or chop heads off. So, the United States military and the deep state, because there is a deep state, their brilliant idea is not to, pull out. And I know I'm going to get some jokes, but not to pull out, because what is it accomplishing? Okay, you're going to stay there and stop the spread of ISIS? And by the way, Trump's wrong. I mean, Trump with this nonsense that we've defeated ISIS. We haven't defeated ISIS. Because it's like, I've never watched The Walking Dead, but it's like zombies. You kill them and more are created. You defeat ISIS, another ISIS comes up. Because you're not going to defeat the idea of hating America, because you keep doing things that make them hate America. If you want to know what would be a very powerful thing, and it will never happen, if the United States removed 75% of its bases from around the world. I think we have 150 around the world. If we removed our bases, meaning stop occupying countries, and we got the hell out of these wars, you know what would happen? In large part, these countries would leave us alone. But we're not going to do that. You want to know why? Because it's not about it's not about the urgent threat to America. It's not about, if we pull out, there will be an urgent. Jen, could you get me the number? How many bases do we have around the world? It's not about an urgent threat to America. It's about being the world's superpower and the world's policeman, stealing minerals and oil from other countries. Watch Oliver Stone's Untold History of the United States. It's an amazing documentary. You can watch it on Netflix. It explains why we've gone to every war, and pretty much every war has been about oil, stealing it, inserting dictators and terrorists, by the way. The United States has inserted terrorists into other countries that align with our business interests.